Mahalo and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to Last Week in Germany, where some random guy, react to the top posts in the German subreddits from the past week. Make sure I know what's going on. I'll also check the headlines from out of Germany. Make sure I'm up to date on everything. Let's do it. All right. Top news story of the week, guys. Most important thing. This guy's girlfriend is now a German citizen. And this is the gift. Potatoes. Some more paperwork for her to fill out, I guess. Like she didn't have enough. Lidl slip-ons. Those are pretty cool. I actually have never reacted to... That's a grocery store, right? I've never actually reacted to it specifically. I think I need to do that. I'm writing that down. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe for the Lidl reaction. You know, everybody's been waiting for the Lidl reaction for years. I think it's happening tomorrow. Yeah, what else do we got? This is that Verts sauce. I need to try that stuff as well. Seasoning, potatoes, Haribo gummies. I already eat those every day of my life. Not really, but I eat them all the time. They're really good. Some kind of card game. Quabo. Some beer. Not sure what this is. Bautzner. Huh. I didn't know about this website. German Shop 24. Oh, this stuff is pretty cheap. I'm gonna have to shop on this website. Not sponsored. So, I don't know. They just make stuff. Some kind of food. And the top post last week, guys, from the DE subreddit. France plans to ban smoking in public places in July. I guess it was a slow news week in Germany last week, guys. The top story is France is banning smoking. I guess they're going to lose out on a lot of tourism from Germany. Actually, I honestly don't know who smokes the most in Europe. Is it... I would have thought French people smoke a bunch. I don't know. Holy shit. I mean, a lot of you guys smoke. Oh my God. But France is almost on its own special level over here, at least in Western Europe. What is that? 31%? 1/3 of the population smokes? Damn. And now they're banning it in public places. Okay. Federal government offers Harvard the opportunity to open an exile campus in Germany. Is this an actual news story? This isn't like the satirical website, is it? I think this is actually real. That's pretty funny, guys. I wonder what Trump thinks about that. Like, you guys are so funny. You're always on the sidelines just needling Trump. I mean, maybe this is a serious offer. I don't know. But I also think it's just kind of like a dissenting message. Greens and SPD call for stricter smoking bans in Germany. Oh, interesting. This is lower than the ban in France. I guess that's because the one in France is actually happening. Children in particular are vulnerable to the harmful health effects of secondhand smoke, Schmidt told the newspaper. You know, I'm sure this is like controversial or whatever, but I've never fully understood the seriousness of secondhand smoke. Like, I get that if it's inside, like if a kid lives with a smoker who smokes inside their house, I get that that has an effect. But as far as like children outside, I don't know. I would be genuinely interested to see the science on it. I don't smoke, so I mean, you can't say I'm biased in that way. I'm just genuinely like curious, like what exact effects are we talking about? I'm going to the only credible source in the world, guys, the World Intelligence Computing Platform. You know, we as humans don't actually need to do any research ourselves anymore. We just need to ask the world powerful computer. Secondhand smoke is dangerous to children even when they're exposed to it outside. Okay, but how dangerous? That's what I want to know. All right, children exposed to secondhand smoke have a 1.5 to 2 times increased risk of developing asthma. Increased risk, 1.3 to 1.8, of lower respiratory tract infections like bronchitis. Okay. 43% increased risk of current wheeze and 33% increased risk of asthma. A 2007 Stanford study found that outdoor secondhand smoke concentrations within half a meter, okay, that's pretty close, of a smoker can reach 9 times more fine particulate matter than what's considered safe. 3 to 9 times. Okay, wow. For, quote, fun, drunken right-wing extremists shoot themselves in the legs. Is this Germany or America? Granted, this was with an air rifle or a spring-loaded weapon. Here in America, it would probably be with a real bullet. Oh, this is exciting for me. I mean, it's something definitely that I'm going to be reacting to. Okay, I'm going to be looking forward to this. Germany's new chancellor merits to meet Trump in Washington on Thursday. I'm writing that one down, folks. Hopefully some part of it is on film. Well, this is kind of a disturbing story, just a little bit, in regard to the history of both of our countries, actually, assuming you're German. And I am indeed American. Apparently, in 1870, we sent 19 black people's heads to Germany to be studied for a phrenology study, where they try to see if the shape and size of your skull correlates with your intellect. Now, how they knew the intellect of these people that are not alive is questionable already. Anyway, those patients have now been repatriated to Louisiana after more than a century abroad in Germany. And on Saturday, they were honored in a multi-faith memorial and laid to rest. So rest in peace to those innocent people. Strange war strategy. Putin wonders why Ukraine attacks military targets instead of civilians. And I can see this is by Der Postillon, so I'm not falling for that one. That was actually a really nice aspect of that attack, though, huh? That really stunning attack that took place. You know, I mean, because no matter which side of the conflict it's on, when there's video of people, like, dying and suffering, it's disturbing, at least to me. So, I mean, it was actually kind of nice to be able to watch the video of that attack and just see planes getting blown up. Granted, there at the end they did, like, I think the Russian, at least one Russian soldier went into the truck where the drones flew out of, and then they blew up the truck. But I mean, it's war, so yeah. Once again, this has nothing to do with Germany. I mean, I guess it does. I mean, in a way, it does. In a way, this affects the entire world, Ukraine, Russia. But as far as, you know, Germany specifically, not really. By May 2025, Germany had the highest share of renewable energy in its history and the lowest share of coal. That's cool. That's good. I mean, based off this graph, it looks like that's pretty much every May, you can say this. But nonetheless, good job, Germany. Like, this graph is just, like, going straight up. It looks like it just dips with the seasons. And maybe a little bit with the pandemics, you know. I have to just acknowledge that this is funny. As ridiculous as it is, this is just funny to see. I'm reading this DW news post about that. I mean, there's some fake news. Shocker. There's some fake viral internet news about, you know, attacks in Ukraine and Russia. And one of them is that there are images showing this guy as the truck driver at the airbase, showing a fake ID card from Ukraine. And if you're at all familiar with who that is, that's funny that they even have to say that. But yeah, that's definitely not him. And once again, this has nothing to do with Germany, but I just have to acknowledge it. After 130 days, Musk announces end of his work for the Trump agency that no one elected him to do in the first place. Yeah, and good fucking riddance, loser. You're quitting because it was a total flop. You set out to save $2 trillion. You saved $150 billion by ending U.S. aid to a bunch of starving people and sick people and firing people just to rehire them. Yay. Anyway. Funny interaction with a German at an American bar. I work in an American bar, and we have a regular patron who immigrated here from Germany. We were all joking around with each other, and I asked him, how do you say, quote, my friend in German? Because I wanted to incorporate it into a cheers. He laughed and said, we are German. We do not say such things. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow.